much easier to live here at home than out there in the world.
Is it the high cost of living?
Really hard to try and juggle a job and study and live out of home.
I don't believe in renting. We get everything at home.
Interest rates just keep going up.
These excuses are all rot. You give me one person that says that they can't do it and I'll find you 5 that have been able to do it.
Jeremy?
Yeah?
There's something here for you.
27-year-old Jeremy Curran lives at home, has a full-time job and several other sources of income.
I could move out. I know I have the income to be able to afford to move out. I know also that if I were to move out now, I wouldn't be able to lead the same level of lifestyle that I'm used to in living at home.
$20. That's what you spend like going out one night.
Tara,
that's a pair of freaking shoes.
Tara, that's what I'd spend on my hair. Oh well, I'm gonna have to learn. Can't have everything I want.
Do you want me to do your hair?
No.
Note down today what I've bought, but I've always been careful with my money. I've just never had someone to sit down and actually say, you know, you should put this much aside, that much aside, and give me just set sum that I have for the week. I'm just used to getting my pay and then spending it.
A lot of people talk about the cost of moving out and real estate is so expensive, rents are so expensive. It's an excuse.
Everything you buy, you have to think, can I really afford this?
That's how most people live, though. That there's not an unlimited amount of money and they've got to make choices.
Okay, I'm used to going out and buying whatever I want, whenever I want, and I don't even care how much it is. But this week, I was like, no, Alicia, you can't do that because then you won't have enough. My feet, I had to sacrifice. I usually get a pedicure when I get my nails done.
Sure.
So I would have had to miss out on the eyebrows.
How much do you reckon you've spent just getting it to that?
This, probably about $5 grand.
That's not and how much time do you reckon you would spend on it?
Hundreds of hours.
Yeah.
Being at home, it's allowed me to spend a little bit more money on it. I don't really want to add it up, to be honest with you. Probably could have put a deposit on a few units by now, but keeps me happy, keeps me sane.
The other night I was having a chat to Jen and she was saying I was a great person, funny and smart and, you know, had a good job and all that sort of thing, but that I lacked direction.
I find it frustrating. I've not really dated someone that doesn't have direction before.
I actually want to have another chat with her about that.
I'm going away to save. Here you can be a lot more relaxed with things because you know you got your parents behind you to support you. When you're overseas, you've got to do your stuff yourself. So the time I do get back, I want to pretty much come back. If I do come back and say, here's the money, I want an apartment, and to start making life, you know, because if you start heading over towards 30 and you haven't got anything, I think you will have a situation problem.
So, but yeah, man, I've got to do something. I've got to start to get serious with myself as well, you know. I'm 28 at the end of the year. Got to stop playing up and get my direction right again. And, well, I was not saying it's off track, but, yeah, get serious and, you know, not getting any younger now.
When I first met you, you were saying, I don't know what I'm going to do without my shopping. Now I'm seeing that you're saying you feel guilty when you spend money.
I feel guilty if I spend money. I'm so tired with my money now because of you. I go shopping, I'm like, I can't buy that. I have to save. I've actually learned how to save the money and why I'm saving the money and what is the outcome of that.
Time to remind the Wilkinson girls of the benefits of saving while you're young.
What I thought I would do is just show you, if you can do me a favour of putting $50 a week away, you, just by starting early, become wealthier and wealthier as time goes on. That you don't have to have a good job to be wealthy. You don't have to marry someone. By the time you're 60, you're going to have about 1.1 million. Jeremy has shown that he's a good saver, but borrowing 100% for a house is not a good option. That'd come back and bite him.